So you've probably seen IV therapy popping up everywhere and wondered, is this just a celebrity thing or is there something real to it? And maybe more to the point, how much does this stuff actually cost? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the price and the science behind it, and we're going to zero in on one specific clinic in Wall Township, New Jersey to get some real-world numbers.
Okay, so before we can even talk about why someone would get an IV drip, we have to talk about a feeling that is just everywhere today. It's that deep, nagging exhaustion that no amount of coffee seems to touch. It's almost like a personal energy crisis that we're all just trying to manage.
You know, the source material we're looking at really nails it with this quote. For so many of us, tired isn't just how you feel at the end of the day anymore. It's become the default setting. It's that feeling of waking up and already needing a nap.
Think of it like this. Your phone's battery is just perpetually stuck at 2%. Yeah, it's still on, you're technically functioning, but you've got no power reserves, and that little red warning icon is giving you constant anxiety. Sound familiar? You are definitely not alone.
So what do? We grab another cup of coffee, maybe a sugary snack, right? Anything for a quick boost. But what if those are just Band-Aids on a much bigger problem? It really makes you wonder, is there a more direct way to actually recharge our batteries?
And that's where the solution proposed in our source material comes into play. IV therapy. It's presented as a kind of express lane to feeling better.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, IV therapy is just a way to deliver all the good stuff, vitamins, minerals, hydration, straight into your bloodstream. And that last part, bypassing the digestive system, that is the entire game changer here.
So why is skipping your stomach such a big deal? Well, think about it. When you swallow a vitamin pill, your digestive system has to break it down, and you might only end up absorbing about 20% of the actual nutrients. But with an IV, that number jumps to 100% because it's going directly where it needs to go. The source uses this awesome analogy. It's the difference between snail mail and a fiber optic signal. One is slow and inefficient, the other is instant and direct.
All right, so we get the what and the why. Now let's cut to the chase. How much are we talking about? We're going to look at the specific prices from Prime IV in Wall Township to get a really clear picture.
Right off the bat, you're looking at a range between about $135 and $200 for a single session. But, and this is a big but, what you actually get for that price can vary a lot. Let's break that down a bit. See, on the lower end, around $135, you've got your basic hydration drip. Great for dehydration or, let's be honest, a rough morning after. But as you start adding more specialized ingredients, like for an immunity boost or for athletic performance, the price starts to climb. And then you have the famous Myers cocktail, which is kind of the all-in-one for general wellness, and that's up at the top of the price range.
Now, if you're thinking this might be something you do regularly, they do mention membership options. These can bring down the cost for each visit and usually come with some extra perks too.
Okay, we've got the cost down, but who is this really for? Why would someone in a place like Wall Township, New Jersey, specifically go for this kind of thing?
I mean, think about the unique demands of living there. You've got those long, tiring commutes that just drain you. You've got intense seasonal shifts, from humid summers to dry winters, that can really challenge your immune system. Plus, there's a big local sports culture, with athletes always looking for an edge in recovery. This isn't just a random wellness trend. It's positioned as a tool to fight these specific local stressors.
And it seems to be working for some people. We've got this quote from a local client who said they felt more energized within an hour of their first immunity drip, and now it's just part of their monthly routine. That's a pretty strong endorsement.
All right, this all probably brings up a few more questions, right? So let's do a quick-fire FAQ based on what the clinic tells us. First up, the big practical one. How long is this going to take out of my day?
You're looking at about 45 to 60 minutes. So yeah, you could probably even squeeze it into a long lunch break. It's designed to be pretty quick and efficient.
Okay, next question. And this one's a huge one for a lot of people. Is it actually safe?
And the answer, according to the source, is a clear yes. Look, these treatments are given by trained medical professionals who are following really strict safety and sterilization rules, so you can think of it more like a minor clinical procedure than just a casual spot treatment.
And finally, let's talk money again. The other big financial question, will my insurance pay for this?
The short answer? Probably not. For general wellness purposes, most standard insurance plans just don't cover IV therapy. However, like we mentioned, things like memberships or using health savings or flexible spending accounts can definitely help make it more affordable.
So let's just quickly recap the key things you need to remember. First, the cost.
you're looking at about $135 to $200 a pop. The main benefit? You get 100% nutrient absorption for super fast results. The reason people do it? It's usually for fighting fatigue, helping with recovery, or giving their immune system a boost. And the process itself is a simple session that takes about an hour.
Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In a world where we optimize everything, our work, our schedules, our commutes, the question is your wellness strategy really working as efficiently as you are? It's something to think about.